All of us are very blessed, and our Guru's Kripa is completely showered on all of us. And how do we know that? We know that because all of us, without fail, and with so much love and with so much joy, we all come together. We look forward to this wonderful Bhagavatam Satsangam every week, isn't it? That itself is a sign that our beloved Guru Maharaj, our Sri Swamiji, our Maharanyam Muralidhara Swamiji is very happy with all of us. Generally, we think that when we read Bhagavatam, it will make Krishna happy. It is true. When each of us read Bhagavatam, it makes Krishna very happy. But I will tell you a greater truth. Okay. I will tell you something which is far more truer than what I just told you. In fact, only when our Guru is very happy with us, do we get the taste, do we get the liking of either reading Bhagavatam or listening to Bhagavatam or talking about Bhagavatam. And that is the reason why I said that we are all very blessed by our Guru Maharaj, because we seem to have the taste to read Bhagavatam or to listen to the kathas of Bhagavatam. And one may ask, I don't understand all these slokas properly. I don't seem to understand it fully, yet I am reading. Is it okay? Of course, it is fully okay. We may not understand what we are reading, but Bhagavan, who is listening to what we are reading, understands it. Na? So he finds tremendous joy in it and hence blesses us even more. I will tell you a small story which happened about 400, 500 years back. And you all have seen the map of India, haven't you? In that, there is this wonderful state like you have in America, 50 states and some other territories there. Likewise, in India, we have about 25 plus states. Now it has grown. And there is one such state called Orissa. And it is very famous for a great temple there. I'm sure each of you know the temple. It is the temple for the Lord of the universe. The Lord of the universe is sitting in Orissa, in a place called Puri. And it's called Jagannatha Puri. And of course, the Perumal, the Bhagavan out there is called Jagannatha Swami. And you all must have either participated in the Ratha Yatra or seen the Ratha Yatra in YouTube. And our Jagannatha Swami is a great lover of such joy rides in a chariot. Ratha Yatra. Ratha means chariot. Ratham. And Yatra means journey. So he likes going around in this big Ratham, and he does not go alone. Like all of us would like to go with our family. Na? Likewise, this Jagannatha Swami would always love a small little trip around his place along with his brother and his sister. We all know who is the brother of Krishna. It is Balramji. And the sister of Krishna is Subhadraji, who also married Arjuna. And incidentally, Subhadraji is the mother of Parikshit. She is the mother of Abhimanyu, who is the father of Parikshit. So Subhadraji is the grandmother of Parikshit. You all know Parikshit because you are reading Bhagavatam. So Subhadraji is the grandmother of Parikshit. And our Balramji is the brother of Krishna, you know. And our Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Jagannatha. So all the three of them go in this big chariot, which is pulled by so many devotees. You know, 100,000 devotees come, 500,000, 600,000. And it's a great festival. So this whole place, Puri, is known for two important things. One, you will always get delicious prasadam. If you are a lover of sweets, you get varieties of sweets. If you are a lover of a little spicy food, you get excellent pots and pots of spicy food all the time. And anybody who goes to Jagannath Puri brings back dried rice as the prasadam. And they also bring some sweets as prasadam. And that prasadam is very holy. And no conditions for taking that prasadam. That's very convenient for all of us. Even if somebody is offering Jagannatha prasadam and I have not still taken bath, no problem. Huh? Just take and eat it, because prasadam, that our Jagannatha prasadam is for everybody, and there are no conditions whatsoever to have this Jagannathji's prasad. That's the beauty of this Jagannathji's prasad. And this is this wonderful place called Jagannatha Puri. And just like how, if you go to Tirupati, the most famous song everybody sings in Tirupati is Suprabhatam and the Mangalam, na? Kamala kuchachu chukatum kumato niyataru nitatulani latano. You all must have heard it. Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narasad Dhular Kartavyam. And here in Jagannath Puri, the most famous songs which are being sung there is what we generally sing during our Radha Kalyanam. It is called Ashtapadi or Gita Govindam. And that is the song which our Jagannatha Swami likes. And the repeated chanting of Mahamantra is what our Jagannatha Swami also wants. That is the beauty of this Jagannatha Kshetram. It's also called Puri. It is very close to a lovely beach. It is very close to the ocean front. And we have this great Mahatma. You all must have heard about him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He spent 12 to 14 years in Puri. And all the devotees of Mahaprabhu also go to Puri to remember how their Guru spent most of the time there. And such is the greatness of this Jagannatha Puri. And the same Jagannatha, incidentally, our Swamiji, our Guru Maharaj, has installed him in a place called Govindapuram. The place name is Govindapuram. It is near Kumbakonam. I have seen the names of people who are attending today. I think about 60% of you have actually been to Govindapuram. And you must have had the darshan of Jagannatha Swami, our Subhadraji, and also our Balramji. In that Govindapuram, the place is called Chaitanya Kutira. Next time when you come to India, you should certainly come and have the darshan of Jagannatha Swami right in our place called Govindapuram. Okay, now let's come back to Puri, Jagannatha Swami. Our Jagannatha Swami loves to hear this Ashtapadi or Gita Govindam. And once again, I have seen the names. I could see most of you would have either attended a music class or Gopakutiram class or Krishna's cottage class, where they must have taught you bhajans. And one of the most important bhajans is Ashtapadi. The first Ashtapadi talks about the 10 avatars of Bhagavan. You all must have heard it. Pralaya Payodhi Jale Gopala Krishna. You have heard about it, right? So that is Ashtapadi. There are 24 songs together which talks about the sweet, wonderful Leelas, play of our Bhagavan Sri Krishna with our Madhuri Sakhi, with Radharani. And that Ashtapadi, our Jagannatha Swami loves that Ashtapadi. Every day somebody would be singing Ashtapadi all the time. When you go to Guruvayur, there would be somebody who would be doing Bhagavata Parayanam like you all have been doing all the time. There will be somebody doing Narayaniyam Parayanam all the time. If you go to Tirupati, there will be people chanting Vedas and Ayvar's Prabandhams all the time. Likewise, when you go to Puri, there would be somebody singing this Ashtapadi all the time. And how Bhagavan ordained, how Bhagavan ordered that Ashtapadi should be sung all the time is a very interesting story. It happened about 500 years back when there were still kings who ruled kingdoms. And generally, the kings were also very devoted to Bhagavan. If you take our king of Thiruvananthapuram, Trivandrum. He was all the kings were devotees of Padmanabha Swami. And if you have been to Vijayanagara kingdom like Krishna Deva Raya, etc., they were all devotees of our Tirupati Balaji, our Srinivasa Perumal. If you have come to Tamil Nadu, all the kings were, the Pandya kings were devotees of Bhagavan, they were devotees of Meenakshi. The Chola kings were devotees of Ranganatha Swami. If you go to Maharashtra, all the kings were devotees of Panduranga, our Vittala. And if you go to our Mathura, all the kings were Krishna Bhakta. The Rajasthani, Rajput kings were all Krishna Bhaktas. The Gujarati kings were all Dwarakadishas, Bhaktas. That's the beauty of India. Na? Even the kings were not atheists or Nastikas. They were all lovers and worshippers of Bhagavan. Such is the culture of India. They were all devotees. They were so much devoted to Bhagavan, and they were so much devoted to ruling without hurting people, ruling like how a father will take care of the children. It's called dharma. Na? They all ruled with so much of love towards all the people of their kingdom that Bhagavan is very pleased with all these kings. He was very pleased with the kings. And many times Bhagavan used to talk to those kings in their dreams. We all have dreams now. But when we have a divine dream, where our Guruji comes, or where Bhagavatam comes, or where Krishna comes, we can't control our dream. Can we control our dream? There was once a person who was constantly having nasty dreams of a dog chasing him. Okay. So that person was bothered. My goodness, every day this dog is chasing me in my dream. So he went to a doctor who was a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist is a doctor who treats your mind. Obviously, dream has to do with your mind. Na? So he went to a mind doctor, psychologist, a psychiatrist. And he went and told doctor, I have a big problem. What problem do you have? Well, every day, doctor, when I am sleeping, I am dreaming of a dog chasing me. Please help me, please. And the doctor said, no problem. I will give you some tablets. I will give you some exercises. You do all that. And then the patient asked, doctor, then what will happen to me? Huh? The doctor said, don't worry, you will sleep without dreams. No, doctor. I don't want such a cure. I want a cure in such a way that I dream of chasing the dog which chases me every day. Is it possible? Can you control your dreams? Can you manipulate your dreams? It's not possible. Na? Dreams happen. Na? So, generally what we see the whole day, what we hear about, what we heard about 1 month back, that which affected us a lot, that which we remember a lot, is what comes as dreams. This is normal dreams. But when Krishna comes, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna comes, or our Guru Maharaj comes, or Ramachandra Prabhu comes, or Hanumanji comes, or Radharani comes, those dreams are special. Na? Those dreams show that we are progressing in our religious life. We are progressing in our spiritual life. That means that Guru and Bhagavan is blessing us. These are all divine dreams. Even if you want, you won't get it until Bhagavan himself decides to come in the dream, isn't it? So here, the Rajas, which I was talking about, who ruled the kingdom very justly, they ruled without being wicked. They ruled like a father would take care of the children. And they were also devotees of Bhagavan. They ensured the temples were taken care. They themselves used to go to the temple. Even in Jagannatha Puri, the Raja of the land, imagine the ruler, he is the Raja, he is the king. He used to grab a broomstick and himself used to clean the temple. You see, as a king, what he could do, he can just clap his hand and say, hey, out there, go clean this and come back. And 1,000 people are ready to do this job. But Raja wants to do the kainkaryam. He wants to do the service himself. That's what is love, na? He can easily get the food everywhere. But if something is a special day, if it is your birthday, then generally a parent or a sibling or somebody who cares about us would find great joy in baking the cake for us themselves. Na? That's how love is expressed. Na? So generally when people love Bhagavan, like you all do, they would want to do something with their own hands, with their own heads, with their own legs, with their own actions. So the Raja loved our Jagannatha Swami so much that he used to grab a broomstick, huh, and he used to sweep the floors of the temple himself, and he felt very happy doing it. Generally, when you do divine seva, you should not do it grudgingly. Na? Is it right? Huh? I've never seen any of us eating ice cream grudgingly. What to do? You gave me a pot of this ice cream, strawberry flavor. What to do? I have to eat. Would we ever eat like that? We feel so much joy. We feel we are rewarded, isn't it? Generally, all great devotees feel that doing service to Perumal, doing service to Bhagavan is a reward. They feel very grateful for it. So when you go to Namadwaar and chant a few nama there, if you are a devotee, you would feel very much happy and grateful that Bhagavan is giving me this service. That's the sign of bhakti or love. So this Raja himself used to sweep the floors of the temple. He himself used to ensure that the gardens of the temple were taken care, so that jasmines, so that the various flowers which are there, which is going to be made as a garland, grows properly. He himself used to water those gardens. He himself used to take all the cobwebs off from the ceiling. So when a Raja has so much bhakti, even though he has a great position, a very honorable position, prestigious position, in spite of all that, he is doing such seva to Bhagavan. Won't Bhagavan be happy? Bhagavan was very happy with him. And so Bhagavan used to talk to those Rajas many times in their dreams. They would tell whatever they want in their dreams. And the Raja would abide by it. You see? Generally, Mahatmas like our own Guru Maharaj can see Bhagavan face to face like you see me or I see you. But for normal people like us who are just progressing, how do we know Bhagavan is speaking? He speaks in our dreams. He speaks through our Guru and he speaks as our Guru. That's how we will realize Bhagavan speaking. But Mahatmas can listen to Bhagavan directly. Na? And the Rajas used to listen to Bhagavan in their dreams. So this is what is happening there. And this Ashtapadi was written by a great Mahatma, a great saint called Sri Jayadeva Goswami or Sri Jayadeva Swami. He was married to a wonderful Devi. Her name was Padmavati Devi. So what Jayadeva used to do is he used to teach Ashtapadi to all the boys in the neighborhood. And generally those days girls were very shy to come and learn from a person. And so generally the girls preferred Padmavati to teach them Ashtapadi. Those were the days. Now we are far more freer. And so our Padmavati Devi had many little girls from all parts of the society. There were girls who were children of Vedic Pandits. There were girls who were children of merchants. There were girls who were children of flower vendors. There were girls who were children of potters. There were girls who were princesses. All of them used to come and learn Ashtapadi from our Padmavati Devi, who is the wife of our Jayadeva Swami. And he used to teach wonderfully Ashtapadi. And generally, because she was there, and Jayadeva Swami told her the secret meanings of all Ashtapadis, whenever she teaches Ashtapadi, she used to feel the love in her heart. Her eyes used to shed tears of joy. And she used to feel the joy of love in her heart when she sang or when she taught Ashtapadi, which is Gita Govindam, the Pralaya Payodi Jale, and the Kalyana Ashtapadi, and all those 24 Ashtapadis. And there was this little girl who was a part of hundreds of these little girls who learned from our Padmavati Devi. And Padmavati Devi not only taught them Ashtapati, she actually used to enact it. Because if you are feeling the meaning in the heart, your body cannot be idle, na? Your hands will automatically move. For example, when you say Bhagavan Sri Krishna is playing the flute, the hands will automatically go near lips as if you are playing the flute, na? Because the words and actions are inseparable. Na? So our Padmavati Devi used to enact the Ashtapati while teaching Ashtapati, and it used to be imprinted. They didn't have any notes. They used to listen with so much of care and love that when they listened to that Ashtapati once or twice or thrice without notebooks, those days everybody didn't have notebooks, na? They used to memorize by listening with rapt attention. And there was this little flower vendor's daughter. This flower vendor's the daughter, she was also the disciple of Padmavati, and she loved Ashtapati. She was not trained in Sanskritam. She had no idea what the meaning of Ashtapati was, but she understood Ashtapati means the love for Krishna. Ashtapati means the love of Krishna, which is more than enough for you and me and her. So she used to constantly sing Ashtapati, not because it was a chore, not because it was a routine, not because her parents told, hey, let's call her Manjula for the time being. Huh? Manjula, you should actually chant Ashtapati. Manjula, chant Ashtapati. No, 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 no. She loved Ashtapati. When you love something, suppose you love some music, automatically you'll be humming it all the time. Na? Why? Because you love it. And this little Manjula, she loved Ashtapati. So whenever she was given some job by their parents, she used to sing Ashtapati, hum Ashtapati, jump and dance to that Ashtapati's tunes and do the job. See, when you sing and do something, it makes the job lighter. Na? And her parents were all flower vendors, which means they used to pluck the flowers, jasmines, champaka flower, and chrysanthemums, and tulasi, and lotuses and lilies. There were lovely little ponds which had lotuses and lilies. There was this lovely little garden where jasmines used to spread their fragrance, and all these little white jasmines used to flower all over. And she used to patiently pluck one jasmine after the other and have a little basket behind her. And she used to pluck it, put it in the basket, pluck it, put it in the basket. While she did all that, she used to constantly sing Ashtapati, hum Ashtapati, remember her lovely Guru Mata's face, Padmavati Devi's face, her lovely chanting of Ashtapati, and she used to sing Ashtapati. So, one day, she went to the garden. As usual, she was singing Ashtapati. And that day she was singing the 19th Ashtapati, which is very, very, very much beloved to our Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Every word of Ashtapati is fantastic. But the 19th Ashtapati is very special for Bhagavan. That clearly shows the love Bhagavan has for Radha Rani. Na? The love Bhagavan has for Radha Rani. So immediately, that day, she was singing that Ashtapati. Tvamasi mama jivano, Tvamasi mama bhushano, Tvamasi mama bhavajalatiratno priye, Charusile priye, Charusile. And she plucked the jasmine, put it back in. She took another jasmine, put it back in. And she had the basket in her back, and jasmines were filling that basket while she was singing Ashtapati. Right from the day she started singing Ashtapati, unknown to her, Bhagavan Sri Krishna used to be around and go behind her, completely so happy listening to the Ashtapati she's singing. And Bhagavan was almost like trapped by the sweetness of Ashtapati. So every day Bhagavan used to go behind her. And Bhagavan can take many forms. Na? Even if you chant Ashtapati, sing Ashtapati, Krishna is there in that presence. And I'll tell you, this little Manjula, that day sang with so much joy, remembering her Guru, that Krishna became so happy, Jagannatha Krishna. And when you become very happy, what will you do? Especially if you are Bhagavan, you would like to give something. Na? But Bhagavan did not want to show himself to her. Why? Because then the song will stop. Na? If Bhagavan appears before us, we will be speechless. And Bhagavan wants the name, he wants the bhajan from us. So he is always hiding behind us. And here, our Bhagavan was so happy, he wanted to give her something. Bhagavan thought, Arre, what will I give? Shall I give her my flute? No, no, no. Then I want to actually play the flute while she is singing Ashtapadi. Shall I give her my peacock feather? No, no, no. This peacock feather wants to dance to that Ashtapadi. Shall I give her my tinklets? No, no, no. My tinklets are the percussion to her Ashtapadi. What shall I give? And when we don't know what to do, we start crushing our fingers, not knowing what to do. At that point of time, Bhagavan realized he had this lovely little ring, which was offered by the local ruler to Jagannatha Swami. Bhagavan thought, Arre, I'm so happy with this Manjula. I'm so happy listening to her Ashtapadi. I have to give her something. He took off his ring and threw it in the basket. And our Manjula went home. The minister of the kingdom came to Manjula's parents' home and he said, today I want to do Archana. I want to do Archana. I want 1,000 flowers of jasmine. Can you give me a basket full of jasmine? And that's when Manjula entered. And she said, Mataji, Pitaji, I'm home. And the father and mother were so happy. Arre, Manjula, you just came. Say, look here, Mantriji has come. The minister of this kingdom has come. And he wants jasmine. Did you pluck jasmine today? Luckily, it was the day jasmine was plucked. Immediately, Manjula smiled, told her mother and father, I'm so happy, mother and father, I just brought a basket full of jasmine. Here it is. And the father and mother looked at Manjula with so much love and said, how beautifully you saved the day for us. And they gave the full basket full of jasmine, which incidentally had our Jagannatha Swami's ring, Krishna's ring, gave it to the Mantri. Mantri went home. While he was doing Archana, Krishnaye Namaha, Kamalanataye Namaha, Vasudevatmajaye Namaha, Yeshoda Vatsalaye Namaha. And then came Putana Jivita Haraye Namaha. Instead of jasmine, a ring came, exquisite gold ring with diamonds studded in it, with the wonderful stamp, insignia as they call in English, of Raja in it. The moment he saw that ring, he was shocked. Then he somehow came back to his senses and said, how did this ring come? Oh, the ring was in the basket. Who brought the basket? This little girl, Manjula, brought the basket. How did she get our Jagannathji's ring? And he was very, very, very confused. But then it's a risk, na? So he ran straight to the scene. Maharaja, Maharaja, hey, Mantriji, first catch your breath. Why are you so excited, Maharaja? I have something to tell you, but you have to listen to me completely. Yeah, tell me. I always listen to you. Maharaja, this ring. Maharaja said, Arre, this is Jagannatha Swami's ring, which I myself has put it. Jagannatha Swami came in my dream and said, make a nice ring for me. I want it. I just put it 1 month back. How did you get it? When did you go to the Maharaja? That's why he said, be patient now. I got this ring from a flower basket. Arre, which flower basket? Is this the prasada flower basket which we get after the puja in the temple? Was the ring somehow misplaced into that used flowers of Bhagavan? No, no, Maharaja. Fresh flower basket. Raja said, oh my God. Hey, who was the flower vendor? Manjula's parents. Call her immediately. Manjula was called in. Imagine a small little girl standing at a majestic court with so many courtiers, so many ministers, guards standing with spears in their hand. And Raja sitting 5 steps above in a very big throne with his hand onto the handle and the feet onto a footstool. With a booming voice, he said, Manjula, how did you get the Jagannatha Swami's ring? Did you steal it? Manjula started crying. Maharaja, Maharaja, I don't know anything about it. Then the Raja looked at Manjula's face. The Raja's daughter is Manjula's classmate with Padmavati. Na? Raja knew that Manjula is a very sweet girl, a very divine girl. But he could not explain how the ring came. He asked her repeatedly, she could not explain. Then immediately he called a few guards and said, keep Manjula safely in a room. Until I resolve this, she should not go anywhere. And Manjula sat down in the room, started crying. She cried out to her guru only now. Hey Padmavati Devi, Jayadeva Swami, Gurunatha, Gurumata, please protect me. Why am I put to so much of trouble here? I don't know anything at all. I didn't do anything wrong. Please protect me. It was all a play of Bhagavan for a very important reason. That day night, this Raja went to sleep. The Raja went to sleep, and in the sleep came our Bhagavan. Kanakaambaradhari cha koti kandharpa sundaraha kamala ramano vishnu vikasat kamalananaha shanka chakradharo devaha sharanagata vatsalaha babhashe maduram vakyam Bhagavan Purushottamaha. Our Jagannatha Swami is also called Purushottaman. The actual Puri is called Purushottama Kshetra. So Bhagavan came, Kanaka Ambaradhari. In the dream, there was like 1,000 lightnings. And the Raja tried to rub his eyes in the dream itself. Realized these 1,000 lightnings was this golden, wonderful dhoti of Bhagavan. And when he looked at Bhagavan, oh my God, he is the beauty of the entire universe collected together. Such a beautiful Bhagavan, beautiful face. Eyes like lotuses fully bloomed. And along with Bhagavan was Sri Devi also. And then with a smile in his face, Bhagavan gave darshan to the Raja in the dream. Bhagavan had Shanka and Chakram, the discus and the conch. And with a hand telling Raja, don't worry, I am here. It's called Abhayam. With a very sweet voice, Bhagavan told the Raja, this little Manjula, my sweet little girl, is absolutely free from any blemish. She is free from any guilt. She didn't do any mistake at all. Immediately release her. Maharaja, I only gave my ring to her. Gita Govindam ganena prasanna hridayastu aham anguliyam mamaivetat prayacham prema purvakam. When I'm filled with love, I don't even remember what I do. I wanted to gift her something, Maharaja. And she was singing my favorite Ashtapadi. And it was taught by no other than our Padmavati Devi. I felt so happy, wanted to give her something. And so I took off my ring and put it in her basket. That's how she got it. Even she does not know. Arey Maharaja, she does not even know the meaning of the Ashtapadi which she is singing. She does not even know that I am behind her when she sings Ashtapadi. All she knows is she feels good, she feels nice, she feels joyful when she sees Ashtapadi. That is the sign, Maharaja, that I am around. When you are feeling happy, remember that Krishna is around somewhere. When you feel the fragrance of rose, it means that a fully bloomed lotus rose is there in the room, or the essence or the fragrance of rose is somewhere. Would you accidentally get the fragrance? When I enter a room, I get the fragrance of Tulsi Devi. Obviously, somebody must have done Archana of Tulsi to our Guru Padukas or to our Thakurji. Only because of presence of Tulsi, I can smell it now. Likewise, whenever we feel the divine joy, like the fragrance of Tulasi, it is because Krishna is somewhere nearby. That's why I'm feeling joyful. Otherwise, how will I feel all that? So Bhagavan said, she herself don't know the meaning, but she loves the song because it was taught by the Guru. She loves the song because she knows it is something which I like, Bhagavan says. Krishna likes it, so I am singing. That's all she knows. My Guru told me to sing, I am singing. But I know the meaning now. Bhagavan said, I know the meaning of what she is singing. And whenever people are singing Gita Govindam, as an extension, whenever people are chanting Bhagavatam, whether they know the meaning or not, doesn't matter to me. I know the meaning. My presence is there. My Sanidhyam is there. I am there. And not only that, when you do Mahamantra Kirtan, when you do Hare Rama Kirtan, when you do Bhagavata Parayanam, when you do Ashtapati Bhajan, When you sing Madhura Geetam, I not only stand behind them silently, I dance. Only Mahatmas whose hearts are pure with love can see me there. But people like you and me can realize his presence because we feel very joyful. We feel happy, na? That's because Krishna is around. And then he said, I love Ashtapati. This little girl was singing Ashtapati daily. One day I got so happy I gave her the ring. That's how she got the ring. And so our Bhagavan said, release her. She is a great girl. She is a divine girl. She is a pure girl. Leave her. And then said, Tarayatvam mandire me puja kale dine dine tasmat sarva prayatnena Gita Govinda kirtanam. Hey Maharaja, every day I want to listen to Gita Govinda. Make it as an order. Somebody should sing Gita Govindam. Doesn't matter if they know Sanskrit. Doesn't matter if they know the meaning. I want to listen to it, Maharaja. If I am happy, then all my devotees are happy. And so he says, institute a system. Every day somebody has to sing Gita Govindam. And the Raja immediately woke up. He saw this entire body was thrilled. He knew it was not a normal dream. It was Bhagavan talking in my dream. Immediately he ran to the place where they kept the girl in protection. And then he folded his hands. Who? A Raja who is 3 times the age of this little girl. Folded his hands and said, hey, Manjula Devi, you are blessed. Your mother is blessed. Your father is blessed. Your entire family is blessed. Bhagavan told me that the ring which even you don't know how it came into the basket was actually gifted by Bhagavan himself. Just like how you didn't know where the ring came, just like how you didn't even know the actual meaning of Ashtapati, both were happened because our Bhagavan was happy with you. And so he has ordained me, he has ordered me. Every day there has to be this wonderful Gita Govinda chanting and rendition and kirtan in our temple, and I am going to ensure that. And because of you, Bhagavan gave me darshan in the temple. And Raja said, this little ring which Bhagavan has gifted belongs to you. Take it. Immediately, she ran. She ran and gave this little ring to her guru. She gave that ring to her guru, which is Padmavati ji. And then Padmavati embraced Manjula and said, my little girl, my daughter, you have done all of us so much proud because of your pure chanting, your pure singing of Gita Govindam. Bhagavan himself is happy and gifted you with a ring. So here, our Jayadeva Swami also blessed her. And from that day onwards to this day, in Puri Jagannatha, Jayadeva Swami's Ashtapati is sung every day because Bhagavan loves it. And so remember this. It doesn't matter whether we understand or not. You see, what matters is Bhagavan understands, our Guru understands it. When we actually sing Gita Govindam, read Bhagavatam, at least 3-4 slokas, doesn't matter. Or chant Maha Mantra. We don't have to know its meaning. All we need to realize is our Guru likes it. Our Thakurji likes it. Our Krishna likes it. And when we are reading Bhagavatam, whether anybody else listens to that, I don't know. Whether my mother or father listens to that, or my brother or sister listens to it, doesn't matter. Krishna is listening and is happy with me. Is all we need to know, isn't it? And that's the beauty of this great Bhagavatam, Gita Govinda Maha Mantra. So our Sri Anna says, Jnatva jnatva apiyo nityam artha bhavam yatha tata nityam artha bhavam yatha tata kirtayet Gita Govindam tasyaiva sulabho harihi. Whether you understand or not, you do it with absolute love towards Bhagavan. Do it as Krishna, you like me reading Bhagavatam daily. Just like how I don't fail to eat or drink or sleep. I don't want to fail even a day to please you by either chanting Maha Mantra or by reading a few verses of Bhagavatam, or by singing a few verses of Gita Govindam, and that pleases Bhagavan. Bhagavan becomes very simple for us. So, this is the fortune we are all being bestowed with. I started off by saying we are all very blessed. And now I'm sure all of you would have realized how blessed we are. We are doing something which pleases Bhagavan the most. We are doing something which pleases our beloved master the most. We are doing something which is going to give us tremendous happiness the most. And that is the beauty of this lovely satsangam, which Bhagavan has carefully picked 30 of us, collected together. Like when you have gems like diamonds, corals, pearls, would you just allow it some then and there like that? You would collect all that and put it in a nice, very beautiful ornate casket, na? So the satsang is the casket for Bhagavan and Guru to collect all the pearls like you, to collect all the diamonds like you, to collect all the wonderful emeralds and rubies like you. And Bhagavan would like to see all the pearls in a lovely little casket, a dabba, a jewel box. And that's what is the beauty of satsanga. And I'm sure that Bhagavan was there in the satsang because we were reading Bhagavatam. And when you go to Namadwaar or when you go to your God satsang and sing Ashtapati, Bhagavan is there in Ashtapati because you are singing Ashtapati, not for any other reason. When you are chanting Maha Mantra in your puja room, Bhagavan is there because you are chanting Maha Mantra. That is the beauty of the satsang which we are all in. And I'm so happy to be associated with such young, wonderful pearls and gems like you. You are truly the gems in the wonderful mala of our Guru Maharaj. You see? And needless to say, our Guru grace and Hari's grace will take care of our life, of our studies, of our joy, of our future. We just have to put our best efforts, continue in the satsang, and chant with love, knowing that Krishna is listening, Krishna is happy, hence I am chanting. Krishna is listening, Krishna is happy, hence I am reading Bhagavatam. Krishna is happy, Krishna is pleased with me, hence I am singing Muralidhara or Ashtapadi. This is the story of this flower girl of Puri who was blessed by Jagannatha Swami because she sang Ashtapadi, irrespective whether she knew the meaning or not was immaterial. But because she was singing Ashtapadi, Bhagavan was pleased. And if Bhagavan is pleased, we can get anything in this world. More than anything, we get the joy in our heart. We get the love in our heart. Sadguru Maharaj ki jai. Premamrutam yo murininadehi Sri Krishna rupena puravarsha Adhyapi soyam Muralidharakyo Pushnati premna bhuvanam saharsham. Sadguru Maharaj ki jai. Radhe Radhe, my young friends. I hope you like this story. Radhe Radhe.